Welcome back to another Netflix original on the 06 Carrera S997. Today we're going to be finishing up the exhaust work with the vacuum solenoid kit for operating the valves to go muffler or no muffler. Also, we'll be doing at the same time our intake plenum boot and a little block off from the Flat 6 company. The only reason that we're having episode 2 is because we couldn't finish episode 1 and actually do the job, as we were missing our Soul Performance solenoid valve kit, which comes with a lot of pieces that we need, and our driver side catalytic converter, oxygen sensor 2, the second post-cat sensor, was not in the right location. It would hit the frame of the vehicle and there was nothing we could do about it, so that's why we put the old cats in it last time. So today we're going to be getting new cats. We're going to be getting our intake, air filter, plenum, and the vacuum kit to control our valved exhaust. Stay tuned. All right, so we're just gonna get started and remove our OE cats. You just have your clamps here and the other clamps that hold it to the engine bracket. And then you have your two headers, two cat flanges. They're all 1/2 inch. I'm just gonna get to that, rip that out, and then we'll show you how to install this vacuum solenoid kit. So we're going to install our Soul Performance valve and exhaust solenoid kit. Just gonna unbox it here for you. Comes in a black box inside of all the rest of the boxes. You get your fobs. They have unlock lock. I don't know how they work yet, but must just be on and off for the valves, I'm gonna guess. And then we have a solenoid with a check valve, 2 silicone hoses to run from the solenoid down to your valves on your exhaust. And then we have a module that you'll need to get power and ground for. And then a bunch of zap straps. Yep. That's all in the solenoid kit. When we got our other items, it did come with some protectant for the hosing around the exhaust, and then also a 1T fitting with a length of hose on it. Hopefully this is all we need to get those valves working properly. So depending on which vehicle you got, I'm not 100% sure, but we're gonna find out for the 997. This does not look like the same vehicle we have, and they say you need to remove the bumper. I don't believe we do with those cats removed. There's tons of access for your O2 sensors and wiring, and you can get all your vacuum lines with the intake out too. So we'll find out if we need to remove the rear bumper pretty soon. And we're just gonna go ahead and remove our intake now. You just got yourself some hose clamps, electrical connector, and there's also a little solenoid valve on the back that runs to the right side, and then it basically just pushes in, so you just pull it out. That's what we're gonna do next. That is nice. We need to remove this anyways. Our block off and our new elbows, so might as well take right out of there. 7mm on these hose clamps, not like the normal 8mm, they're just 7mm. It's pretty simple. There's one on this side. Come on, you came out of there. Yeah, you know. Just one little vacuum line here. One little vacuum line. We're gonna have to disassemble this to change our air filter to the BMC air filter. Here goes nothing. Got the O2 sensors in there already. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Twister. Ayo. Bravo to Soul Performance for adjusting the sensor to post-cat bung location, just enough space to install it. If you put this side up first, the O2 sensor still hits, so you gotta go up with your flange first, flush, get your bolt started, and then you can put it up. And yeah, it clears by, you know, 1/4 inch, three-eighths of an inch. Great success, great success. I think they gave you enough line to do 4 Porsches. Skip with this. We could probably skip with 2 people with the other one. It's twice as long as this one. All right, time to install our vacuum line from our vacuum pots. The one on the driver's side comes straight down, and the one on the passenger side goes straight up. All right, vacuum solenoid kit installed. Power, grounds, hoses run. This is just our driver's side vacuum hose that comes off of your driver's side cat. We just kind of fed it up with the O2 wiring, came through behind and underneath our latch assembly, and teed it up to the one that came up with the O2 from the passenger side valve to a T here. And then we are running a single line to your solenoid. And then we also have a solenoid feed. That's the main vacuum with a check valve in it going towards the engine. And we just ran off of the same vacuum line that runs the butterfly valve that's in the intake plenum, because we're no longer using that because it's blocked off. And it was the picture from the installation instructions shows your purge valve and hoses, which look to be underneath here. There's one big hose in there that looks like they used to tee off for a main vacuum source. There are a couple other hoses up here, but I figured we're deleting that anyways. It is a little smaller, but it should keep up, should handle it. It sucked pretty good when we were testing it. And then, yeah, we've got power and grounds over here. They don't want you to ground off of a wire, which makes sense because if it's controlled ground, then not good. Basically, it runs straight from the solenoid with the air line coming from the solenoid, and then we just wired it into the actual connector that went to the non-used solenoid. There's a 12-volt ignition power on the red and blue wire, so we use that for power. There's a little fuse in line here, and then the last but not least, I added a little extra ground wire, came back along underneath the latch, and we just used this threaded hole here that was not in use. Just put a wire bore brush down there to clean off the threads, cleaned off this new bolt, put an eyelet on it, and boom. That's that for the engine bay vacuum solenoid kit install. And we were able to actually, sorry, one more thing. We mounted it right off of the power steering reservoir holder, but I had to hog out that hole just a tiny bit with a die grinding bit, just so it doesn't touch the AC or the power steering reservoir. She's close, but she's free. Now we're gonna go underneath, finish up tightening up her cats, and then switch out that BMC filter, throw her in, tune the vehicle, and we're good to go. The finale on the vacuum solenoid kit installation and exhaust. Got our headers, sport cats, valved exhaust, chrome tips, black chrome tips. Have to reuse these and those clamps, and then also the brackets that hold the mufflers to the engine bracket. But she fits good. Everything's run and it looks very nice. All right, let's just show you guys here the BMC air filter install. Basically, we got a T25. You gotta pull your intake plenum all the way out, and all the screws come in from the underside. It's all plastic, so be gentle. Don't strip them out when you tighten them back up. And there you are. Let's see how clean his air filter was. It's a Mali. Ooh, it's got some stuff in it. Yeah, she's a little sandy. Little sandy in there, but looks all right. It's pretty heavy. Look at this. I can hear the sand. Well, she's getting the BMC, baby. The BMC. Here we are. Here we are. Hopefully it's all pre-oiled and everything. I'm not sure. Comes with some stickers. Can't see having to buy oil, but who knows? Basically a K&N. Ooh, that's some nice silicone. I think it's been oiled already, but it's kind of hard to tell. Ooh. That does fit nice. Stop. Do not discard. This vehicle is equipped with a lifetime air filter. Lifetime air filter. Look at that. April 13th, 2021 certificate de garanzia. Garanzia, I love it when it's certified with the Garanzia certification. Look at that. Powered by BMC air filter. Certificate. It does say that the filter was oil soaked, I believe. And they want you to clean where this sits of any impurities. So much sealage, it's not even funny. And that means air blower to blow it out, and you can wipe this down with some water or anything really. I think the other side's a little worse. That looks pretty nice. Just cradle it like that. Give it a little cradle. Cradle, cradle. Put this down to the lowest setting. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you that this is where we put the module right here. Just with some double-sided tape. Not too much, so it's impossible to take off, but enough that it's gonna stay there. I mean, it still might be impossible to take off, but that is a nice fit. It clears like perfectly. And now we're just gonna throw this bad boy back in there. Off to the races. Sits in 3 spots. I cannot see anything without my light on. Right like that. Clicks in there. And we'll have to get that wiring up there. We forgot about the wiring, mate. We forgot about the wiring. We'll have a massive airflow connected. Like so. We cleaned all these up last time. Perfect. That's connected. That looks phenomenal. We got our flat 6 block off cap. Little silicone lube on the O-ring. Slipped right in nicely. Now it's time to put our elbow in. Comes with 2 fresh black hose clamps. One's a little smaller on the throttle body than on the airbox. Those are nice. Flathead and or socket. I think they're standard. 7 mils a little big. 7 mil or 9/32 is just gonna have to do. Yes, these orientated the same direction. Let's hope she just can fit right in there. I think I had it in there before, but it's a little tight. See if we can just rotate this in there. rotation. Come on, baby. Oh yeah. There we are. Unsure of what this looks like. Oh, these are getting pinched. How does it go? That'll pull nice like that. Almost be nicer if it was the other way, wouldn't it? All right, that's it. Intake, exhaust, short shifters, flat 6. There's your elbow. Oh, elbows doesn't matter. She fits pretty good, but she just seems a little bit off. It'll work, she'll work just fine. It does seem like it's gonna increase the flow better than the other one because this is large the whole way. The other one was corrugated. Do not know and nor have I researched into that butterfly valve, and it was like as a sealed little unit inside of there, so I'm not sure what that does, but that is out of the equation now. Now it's just time to get her tune sent off to Soul Performance for them to look at and modify so that we can upload the right tune for the more exhaust flow, intake flow, and see. Hopefully that pulls a little more ponies out of this girl. This is pre-tune, just making sure our vacuum solenoid works properly.